Conquering Mouse Grammar with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and it's another episode of Free Pattern Friday. Yes, Free Pattern Friday. I'm calling this one Spring Posey, and I'm so excited to get this sewing for you because we have some fun units, and we can just put this block together very quickly. And it is a perfect scrap buster. It's just a beautiful scrap buster. So you can make this in all sorts of different colors and layouts, and it's all good. Now, let's get to our shout outs, because the cutting instructions here are going to be in our show notes or description box. You have to get in there. You have to get in there. The first shout out I have is Drunkard's Path Quilt Shop. Now, I looked around, I couldn't find a first name that goes on with this channel, and I'm really lousy at looking stuff up anyway. So yeah, Drunkard's Path Quilt Shop and Heidi at Hen and Chick Studio. Both of these YouTubers are having a lot of fun, and they're working hard, and they're coming up with some wonderful ideas. So you guys gotta go check them out. Go check them out. Give them some little words of love and encouragement. If you like what you see there, hit their subscribe button. They'd probably be really happy that you did that. And tell them that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. Also, if you guys want to help us out, my husband and I are doing this, and we're having a lot of fun. But we would like to reach more quilters and be able to give them fun-free patterns 3 times a week. Like making comments, doing thumbs up, share, like, subscribe, hitting the bell, and now there's a new feature called Hype. Hype, I guess, pushes your analytics quite a bit more forward. So if you could hype us, that would be awesome. And that way we can continue bringing you fun, free patterns every, 3 times a week. We're just having a good time here. Also, we have a Facebook group, and we're just having so much fun in there. There is a virtual sewing room hosted by Discord for the Facebook group members. So you're part of that community, Facebook community, please come join us. We also have a whole bunch of fabric exchanges by country to keep postal costs down. We do fun chats, community chats about all sorts of different things. And the admins have said, please agree to the rules and answer the questions. Otherwise, I can't let you into the group. So they're trying to keep that group a very safe space for quilters, right? So just, agree to the rules, answer the questions. It's all good. Also, I speak for free to quilting guilds and quilting groups, and we just have a ball doing that. I meet so many talented quilters as well, so it's a wonderful experience for me. So if you are looking for a speaker, you can message me under the About tab. There's my email address, or you can message me through the Facebook group. I'm happy either way to get a hold of, that you get a hold of me. I'm faster at Facebook than I am at email, so keep that in mind. Also, if you guys have shout-outs, if you see a channel that's working hard and doing some really cool stuff, send them my way. And, give me their name and their link of their channel. I'd be more than happy to give them a shout out. And you guys, it's like having thousands of eyes out there looking for me, and I would be delighted to give those people a shout out. Also, I've got 2 collaborations, challenges coming up, and we're so looking forward to these, right? The first one is the Quilters Challenge, and Michelle from Bits and Pieces, Deb from Sewing with Debbie, Sam Alberts, Kelly from Silly Moon Quilting, and Kelly from Kelly's Quilts Plus, and Future Cat from New Zealand. We're challenging each other and our viewers about things, right? About doing things. Now, when we give an idea out, and what does that mean to you? That's what you work with. We're pulling everybody out of their comfort zone, and this is what we're doing. We're going to do some fun challenges like this. So it's going to be very interesting to see what everybody comes up with. I'm just tickled pink to be doing this, and I'm so excited to see what's going to happen, right? Because I think there's going to be a lot of amazing things coming out of this Quilters Challenge. Also, Donna from Handmade by Yang with Donna has assembled a crew, and it's just amazing lineup there and she's getting everybody to teach different things about getting back to basics, doing the very basic things. And it's great for beginners and for people who've been around for a while and picked up bad habits like myself. I mean, I have picked up some bad habits to pull them back and get them back on track so that things are working out well for them. So I thought, this is a really good idea. I'm so glad Donna asked me to join them. Yeah, and we're just going to have some fun with this. Now, while we're doing this, of course, Twinkle Twinkle or Mystery Sew Along is well underway. What's happening after Twinkle Twinkle is called Happy Scrappy Overflow, and I know I don't have a date for you when it starts yet, but when I do, I'll let you know. And then after that, Happy Scrappy Overflow will be the Disappearing the Disappearing Pinwheel. That's that purple and white quilt that everybody keeps commenting on. What is it called? Where have you done this? Yes, it's coming. So stay tuned, and it's a free pattern as well. So it's actually a weekender pattern. So, you know, it's a fun, fast one to do. I think that's it. We got this, Zoom Sew dates. The first Saturday of every month from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time because I'm in Alberta, Canada. So there we go. That's all of it. So come on in. We'll get to the sewing of Spring Posey. Okay, we are at the sewing machine, and the hardest thing is going to be the stitch and flips. I mean, really, they're not that hard. We just have to kind of do all of them the same way and make sure we've got good coverage so the blocks end up the right size. Now, I have a flat pressure foot on. I have ironed my line. Oops, maybe I should turn on my light. That would be good. And I'm staying on this side of the line, not this. You don't want to be on that side because then you're going to be short. And I want to do all of them. Oh my gosh. I'm starting to get a frog in my throat. It is the beginning of February-ish. Well, I guess it's like the 9th or something like that. Anyways, 8th or 9th of February. We've had so much warm weather here in Edmonton, Alberta. The snow is melting. And when the snow melts like that, it exposes grass, and then at some point you have snow mold. Yes, which is not pleasant. It's not a fun thing to endure. But there is snow mold everywhere. So yeah, there's kind of like ew. That ew moment, so yeah, there's that going on. So yeah, we were out last week. Wednesday wasn't bad. I was tired by the time I got home, but I mean, that's kind of a norm. I'm tired when we get home after being out with hubby all day. But Thursday we had the grandkids, and oh my goodness, I couldn't hardly breathe. I had to actually take an antihistamine because the snow mold was so bad. And I was like, ick. But yeah. There we go. Okay, there. So there's one half. And basically what you're doing is you're making a little white roof. You're making them, you know. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to leave those here because I am working on pink and white, so I might as well just throw them into the leader enters. Yes, the next Crumb Carnage will be pink. It could take me a while. I'm so glad you guys understand that Crumb Carnage is... it takes a bit, quite a bit of doing sometimes to get through a crumb basket. There we go. And the worst thing about Crumb Carnage is I actually see the crumb bins that I've already done filling up again. It could be like, oh my lord. I'm trying to come up with different ideas too, so we don't have the same old, you know, kind of thing going on. But yeah, it's just like, oops. Oh, I dropped it. Hang on. Yeah, the same old, but it's just like, wow. Let's see. Alrighty, there we go. Let's make sure that matches all up. There. There we go. The trick to these is good coverage. That's it. Good coverage. There's no big trick. There's no big secret. We do lots of these. If you're on something like EQ8 and you wanted to make this shape that we're doing here, it would tell you to cut a template because it doesn't do flip and stitch corners, right? So, you know, like the EQs, and I'm just like, when I'm drawing these out, sometimes I draw them out on EQ to get all the other measurements that I need, but sometimes I just, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, It's like insane that we have all of this. There we go. Another one. But yeah, to do a template for this is like crazy because it's just so tiny. Oh, there we go. Get another one. Line it up. Get it in the corner correctly. Get this all lined up. And just take your time while you're lining up stuff. That's a... Just be patient. You know. Oh. And of course, my top thread broke. Yay. Okay. So, here we go. Let me see how many of these I can do. How many times it's going to take me to get my top thread back into... I don't know what is wrong with this. Maybe it needs time in the spa. I think this baby needs time in the spa. Actually, because I oil it after running it 8 hours. I'm changing the needle often. And I'm dusting out the fluff the best I can. So it just might need spa time. And, you know, these, it might need to be blown out too. That's the other thing. It hasn't been blown out in a while. Now I run this baby hard. I'm constantly, you know, oh, let's sew. This is what I do. This is what I do with my life, right? So, okay. So, there, we'll get this one off too while we're there. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. So there, that works. Now some of you might notice I'm using a really dark bobbin color. That's okay to do. That is okay to do. Everything is fine. You just shorten your stitch length, right? If you want to use a different color thread, and it works. It does work. You don't see the thread. I'm dealing with a very large donation of a bunch of odd colors. And yeah, it works. Just by shortening your stitch length, your stitches are so close together, people do not see those stitches. They won't see that color bleed through. So that is something to keep in mind. Now, there we go. Get the last of that cut. Here. Now, let's get, oops, let's not turn it that way. Now, oh, this has got to go. This is more green, lime, you know, that paler green. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is these, and I'm going to change feet back into my 1/4 inch foot. That's got a little plow on it on the side, and I just very much like it better. This is the foot I'm talking about, and this is one of those attachments that just, you know, it works so well. It just works well. You know, it's not silly or anything. So let's get these all done the same way. Okay. There we go. There we go. I finally found some more of that bee fabric for this block. I just love that bee fabric. I just think it's adorable. There we go. And we're going to flip these all over and we're going to press to the dark. See, this is what I mean. I've got black thread here, but when I flip this over and finger press it, you can't see black, right? So yeah, it's fine to use other colors. Actually, there's people, that's all they do is they sew with like white, black, gray, cool gray, a medium cool gray, and a medium warm gray. That's all they do. That's the only thread they buy. So, and I mean, they're happy. They tend to be happy with what results they get. So, yep, there's that. And you want to sew these all the same way. There we go. Nice. Now with these, you press to the dark so everything gets pressed into that green. And then make sure everything lines up nice. And here we go. And just take a leader ender and get all these off. Now with these, for me, it's easier to press to the path of least resistance. Because you have a seam here, it's going to resist being flipped. Where if you just go the other way, it's not. You know, if you just press it like that. Now you put the green towards the middle. Just so pretty. And there we go. Now we just sew this together like a 9 patch, right? So we've got all the bits and pieces all sewn together. So we start by taking them and we just web them. Oops. Come on. There we go. We just web them together for simplicity's sake. I'm just gonna go like this. Okay. And like that. There we go. Oops, let me get that leader and ender off that far side. And we just put it in with the pinks. Okay, now we open it up. And yes, we have everything going the right way. So now we're just going to take this and start taking all of these and just moving them out, down, just like that. There we go. And just like this. And like that. Simple. So simple. So simple to web. You can do the same thing to quilt. The quilt tops if you're dealing with blocks all the same size. It just is that quick to web. Okay, now I get rid of that leader ender. Okay, I need to get rid of this thing because it's in the way. So now we want to make sure all the pieces are going the right way. Yes, they are. And we are going to start sewing this together. There we go. Now, these areas will nest. I want that to nest just like so. I want to press away from the middle for the up and down, for these horizontal lines. There we go. Now, if there's a little bit of, something's off where one is longer than the other, let your feed dogs ease. And I say that very, very carefully. Ease in your work. Let the feed dogs do what they have to do, right? To get your block the right size. And things do get cut. Sometimes they just get cut wrong. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. Just kind of got to deal with it, right? So, okay, here we go. Another one. There. Just like that. And you get one stitch and you put it down, your needle down. And now the next one is right here. Okay. And it has so much of this pink, this kind of a purpley pink with green flowers. And it's just kind of It's cute, but it's different. It's so different. I don't know what to really put it with, so we've been happy to play with it. Okay, another leader ender. See, look, with all those leader enders, those flip and stitch corners, I still have stuff left over, right? So I can use it as a leader ender. I might as well. That's why I don't, that's probably the #1 reason why I don't sew them. Okay, so let's see what we got here now. In the back. This is what's going to happen to this. It goes in and it goes out. And you just got to finger press all of this in place. And it will, once it hits a clapper, an iron and a clapper, usually it's pretty good. So this basically everything gets pushed away from the center. And I'm just going to get to our... get to an iron and a clapper and give this one a good press, and we'll get to our great ta-da moment. Okay, here is our ta-da moment for our Spring Posey. It is so cute, and you could play around with this, do all sorts of scrappy variations of this. This would look absolutely great. If you go totally scrappy and mix up, let's say, your low volumes, all your low volumes, as long as you have good contrast against your petals and your leaf, you know, you're in good shape. You can even use 4 different pinks or 4 different greens, or not pink. You can put purple or blue or whatever color you want in there, and it would be a perfect little Spring Posey block. And I get this one is called all sorts of names, so it could be named anything. And on this one, believe it or not, I won Bob and Chicken right after we finished filming. I was like, I didn't even get it on video this time that I won Bob and Chicken. So I'm kind of like disappointed. But I do hope you win Bob and Chicken this week. And you have a great time in your sewing room and life is going good for you. So you stay well and take care until we see each other again. Okay, bye! My husband and I would like to thank you for all of your support and watching our videos and sharing and liking. It has just been, you've put us on such an amazing journey and we are having so much fun. I hope everything is going so well in your life and, you know, your 1/4 inch is perfect. Everything is working out for you. And we're just so happy to be part of your life and you having, like I say, you're watching us. I was just so thrilled that you're doing that. So I want to say goodbye and I want to thank you with all my heart. Okay? Take care. Bye.